I hope you guys are ready. Welcome to the Queen Amina show. I know it's a little bit past 2 p.m. and pardon me, I am a few minutes late because I was dealing with some technical stuff behind the scene that you guys usually don't see. So you see the beautiful 1 hour here, but much work is put into place before we are able to come on air every day. And that's why I always appreciate all of you that takes out time to join us every day in this wonderful broadcast where we bring valuable information to our audience to help you live your everyday life or set goals for the future or look behind and say, what did I do wrong? How can I get it better? So we're always about good news. Today, our guest is out of London, England. Her name is Taiwo. I need to say that correctly because I don't want to miss that. So give me 1 minute. See, so it's Taiwo Odebode, but we usually call her TiYA. So I'm gonna keep calling her TiYA today. That's her nickname. She's an actress. She's a presenter just like me. So good luck to me today. I'm gonna be learning a lot from her, and we're going to be talking about the power of women working together, trust, and so many other things. So let me bring her up. She's going to introduce herself to us, and then we would go into the broadcast. Let's see if she's there. Yes, we got her. Hello.
Hi, it's nice to be here.
Thank you. Welcome to the Queen Amina show.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you. How is everything going on in England?
Oh, quite nice, but the weather today is not very, very nice. It's cloudy.
Okay, it's actually cloudy here in Canada too. But the other thing I wanted to know is the situation about the lockdown. How is that going? Is everything open back up? Is everybody doing or
It partly it's not everywhere is not opening now.
okay?
Part of the shops, are open and some are not.
Okay, so I guess they're taking it slowly and just getting used to the new norm slowly.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
awesome.
Well,
Well,
people are getting frustrated.
yeah, it is a frustrating situation, but you know what? We're gonna just look at it as it's this thing that happens and there's nothing you can do about it, so you make
I
the
know.
best out of it. That's
I
what
know,
I
right?
advise everybody. Just look into it, try to make the best out of it. There's nothing you can
Exactly.
do about it. Well, enough said about the situation down. Our audience would love to know who is TiYA.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
let you tell us a little bit about yourself and then we would go into the discussion for today.
Okay. My name is Taiwo Odebode. I'm a presenter, a producer, and an actress. I've filmed about I produced like 5 movies already.
Oh, wow.
And I've been in so many movies, English and my language, Yoruba. We filmed in Nigeria, likewise in London here. And what else can I say about myself? I'm married. I have 3 kids. I live in London.
Fantastic. Today, I didn't know you produce movies. That's nice. What kind of movies do you guys produce?
There's the Nollywood movies,
Okay.
Yoruba movies, English movies as well. I've done the 2, and I've started in the 2. Like the recent one on YouTube now is called The Actor. If anybody can, have you seen The Actor?
No, I don't even know. I'm gonna look for it now.
And I have my YouTube channel as well.
Okay.
Called TiYA Magazine.
Okay. That's interesting. So before we go, you're going to tell us all about that, how people can get to you and all of that. So today we're going to be talking about women supporting women. It's been a big issue that a lot of women, they're like, oh no, I don't want to work with her. And, she's jealous. She's envious of me. I don't think she's well. So it's been there forever. It's still here, and it's gonna keep going on if we don't raise our voices and begin to educate each other the power of working together,
I
especially
know.
as women. You know,
Mhm.
women, we are incubators, we are
Mhm.
producers, we are multipliers, you know.
Yeah,
But you can't do it alone, because if it's enough for you to handle, then it's not big enough, you know.
yeah.
And those are some of the things you're going to be walking us through today. So I would let you take it away from here, and
Okay,
we'll take it into the question and answer section when you're done.
okay. So what do you want me to say now about women not helping women? We
Absolutely.
can't
Whatever you
really,
have, go ahead.
we cannot stereotype, even though a lot of people has been a victim one way or the other, you know, like helping a fellow human being, which happens to be a woman, and at the end of the day you get disappointed. Obviously, you'll be biased into helping another female friend or female colleague. I've been a victim myself several times because I love to help people, especially women. I love to help, and I've been a victim. If I start talking about it, we won't leave here tonight.
Hmm.
So that's why, even though we know it's not good to stereotype, it's not good to not wanting to help a fellow woman. You just find out that each time you try to help, you've been taken, out of I don't know. It gets to people. People can handle stuff differently. Like me, I would say never in my life I won't help anyone again. But I find out that at the end of the day, I'm helping another woman, you know, and I keep get disappointed all the time. So this might be happening to a whole lot of people out there,
Mhm.
and a lot of people might be lucky. That's why you find out that some women will say, "Oh, I don't have female friends. I relate better with males." If you know what I mean.
Mhm. Why is that?
But because I don't know, maybe they get more they get more sincerity the from those men than female, because they lie to you. Okay, can I borrow some certain amount of money from you, and I'll give you back in maybe like 6 months, and 6 months turn to a year turn to, and you start arguing and fighting, and who does that? Who likes that? I wouldn't like to be in a mess like that, you know. So I've been in a lot of difficult situations that I used to be into property, selling houses, and that's where I made my first, that's where I made I would maybe start my career from getting the money from properties and then starting a business one way or the other. There's this lady, Busola, I don't want to mention her surname. She came to me, you know, she's a good friend, came to me and said she wanted to borrow some money because she's back. The bank is going to get her house because she missed some payment, the mortgage. And I said, how much are we talking about here? She said 13,000. I said, okay, I want to buy a flat, but I'll keep it on hold. You can take the money, pay the bank, and then sell your property. Because if they take your property, they're going to sell it on auction and you still be owing. If you know what I mean. People that deals with property will understand better. So I gave her the money to pay off the bank and then sell the property and give the money, my money back to me. You wouldn't believe it. She sold the property and she never paid me back. She moved house and I had to go looking for her. She moved into one in-depth of London that in the bush. When I knocked on her door and she saw me, her jaw dropped. She couldn't believe it. She said, please, TiYA, come. Who gave you my address? I said, you can run, but you can't hide. You understand? Where is my money? She started begging. Yeah, I'm into this, that. I ran into a lot of debts and this. I said, why didn't you tell me this? Well, you sold your house. Why can't you give me back my money? She said, the debtor, this. I said, then pay me installments. I need to get it. She ruined my business for me. I couldn't carry on. About 4 years ago, I was on the plane. Actually, we're on the same plane, flying back to London. I saw her and she dragged me to a corner. She knelt down with all her suits and I said, why are you doing it? Stand up, stand. She said, please don't disgrace me. You see that man beside me is going to be my future husband. If you tell him what went on between us, the marriage will be over. She started begging me I should please. I said, but pay me my money. If it was someone else, what do you think the person would do? I'm very calm and people take advantage of me a lot. But now, I don't think that will ever happen again. And I believe a lot of women out there too went through maybe one thing or the other. They all have stories to tell. If you know what I mean. So it's hard. Having this at the back of your mind, you forgive, but you can't forget. I can't bring a huge amount of money like that to help anybody. Never again. Not after what I went through. She's not paid me back £100, not to talk of $1. So, you see, I'm just talking about one out of millions.
Okay. So how would you then advise women to work together if you had this bitter experience and you will not want to, support another woman? So why would you be advising other women to work together, or you would not advise women to work together? What is your stand?
They can work together, but they have to be very mindful.
Okay.
You understand? Don't involve any monetary aspects. You can share your knowledge. You understand? You can show them how to fish, but if you have a whole lot of fish that you want to throw, you can give them. But I wouldn't advise anyone to involve, like me. I can borrow few friends money, but not a huge amount of money that will wreck my business like it does previously, if you know what I mean. I don't mind. They can work together because women working together, you gain a lot. Women are very, very, clever and traditionally, we've been taught to be competitive. Women, they compete with each other. But I would suggest they help, but not when it's going to be, I don't want them to put a monetary helping into the helping situation whereby they find themselves. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put any money down to what I went through. I don't want to go through it again. I can borrow out money, but not what I'll regret if the person didn't pay me back.
So if somebody comes to you now and asks you, do you believe in the power of women working together, women supporting each other, what would you say?
I'll say, yes, I do. I do. It's good to work together. I love to work with my female friends.
Okay, but you're saying that you would work together with other female friends, but to a certain capacity.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, that there should be a limitation on how far you go with another woman.
Oh, yeah.
That is based on your experience, though.
Based on my experience. I wouldn't want to go through it because I was 7 months pregnant as at that time. I had to fly back to the US because I used to live there.
Okay.
I couldn't cope. I couldn't, I was in shock because if you need to buy a house here, you need to pay the search, you need to pay the a lot of stamp duty. You need to, you can't just go there and say you want to buy a house. I've laid everything down. I've paid for everything just for the money for her to pay the bank, sell your house. You have somebody. She wanted me to buy it. I said, no, it's too much. I want to buy 125,000 pound flat. She wanted to sell hers 150. I said, that's not, is above my budget. Sell it to someone else. I have a flat that I'm buying. Just sell, give the money back. If she worked on trust, it doesn't take 6 months. They will exchange and she'll give me back my money. I'll pay for mine. You understand?
But that wasn't what happened. So
she had something else at the back of her mind. So she did it deliberately to swindle me.
Okay. So do you believe in the saying that great things in business are done by a team and never by one person?
Oh, yeah. I believe so. Teamwork is better.
Okay.
If you have good team, though.
Okay. And you're talking about trusting each other. So for your personal experience now, from your personal experience, would you trust another woman?
To a certain level, yes.
What level?
I don't like to stereotype. No, with 13,000.
Oh yeah, I have my Lillian. I wish I spoke to her about this topic before we come up. She's always trashing this out on her show. Welcome, Sister Lillian. Lillian said you can work with other women to succeed, but it must be balanced.
Exactly.
Money borrowing is not bad, but you must trust the person's integrity. That is a very valid point. So I would agree with my sister there that it is not the fact that this woman took your money and went and did not pay you that you will not trust anymore. What Lillian is saying there is key. Before you give money to anybody, any woman or man, it doesn't have to be woman, anybody at all. You have to trust that person's integrity. It's either you're giving the person a gift or you are telling the person that I trust you because of your integrity, you would return the money back. So businesses that you would do with other women that involves a lot of money, you have to have some things written down. When you have things
Exactly.
legally written down, that becomes a binding contract that
Yeah.
you're giving money to this person and the person is supposed to return the money back at a certain
Mhm.
time. But that shouldn't that should never come to a point where you would say, no, I won't work with any other woman to that
No,
capacity.
I
You can
never.
work with women with any
Oh yeah.
capacity, as long as you are able to identify that.
I still do.
Okay, okay. So yeah, you should. I think
I
team
still do.
is everything. If you're able, you know the old saying that says you are the what does it say? There's a word that we use those days that either you are the denominator of the five people you surround yourself with.
Mm.
Or who do you want to see with around you? You have to build those people that you want
Mhm.
to see around you. And one of the ways we
Yeah.
build people is building each other, working together as a team.
Yeah.
Regardless of your failures, regardless of your weaknesses, we pick each other up
Mhm.
and we continue to keep going because there's actually strong power in unity. So let me
Mhm.
let you tell us what presentation you have for us today, then we can go into the question and answer section.
Okay.
So you were going to talk about trust, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, please go.
Because I believe trust. Hmm, trust is just like crumbling up a perfect piece of paper. You know, when you crumbled it up and then you can't possibly smoothen it back with your hand. You know, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Trust is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's crumbled, it's hard. And there's a proverb that says trust is like you it, you take, is it a second to build? Trust takes years to build. They said a second to crumble and
Mm-hmm.
like eternity to get back. You know, trust is very strong. When you trust someone with something, and at the end of the day, the person just crumbled everything, how will you trust again? It's hard. It's very hard. You won't be able to. If you take the glory of God, you know, some people they just switch off. They don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But me, like I said, this woman wronged me. I borrow her some money and stuff. I still do. I've borrowed millions after that, and they still do the same. I don't. Maybe I'm not lucky. You understand? So therefore, you know what I did? I like decreased the amount of money I give out. You know, if they come for like 1,000, I say, look, I don't have money. Maybe take £10. That's how bad it is. So in trusting, you be careful what who you trust and who you tell your problems to. Everyone that smiles at you are not your friend. Trusting you is my decision. Proving me right is your choice.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So when you lost trust, you also lost me. That's my belief. Everyone I trust, somehow, they end up reminding me why I shouldn't trust anyone at all. Because they keep, maybe I'm not lucky, but I still carry on. Up till now, I still, because I can't see a fellow sister or whoever comes to me and say, please, TiYA, I need this, that. I will find one thing to hang on to and say, okay, take this. It might not be enough, but take this. This is what I have, but I can't borrow you because I don't have enough. So trust is a very strong word, and some people they don't value it. When you trust someone, it's like You want them to trust you too. Trust between two people is very, very important. You know, borrow me this, I'll pay you back in a week. Let that a week that you promised, let it be the 1 week, not 2 months, 3 months, or even run away from you. That's my belief too. Because they say 3 things you should never break is the promise, the trust, and you can't break someone's heart, because not giving them back the trust they gave you, you breaking someone's heart, isn't it? So that's just me. I don't like to stereotype, but women with women, they make good team, but you have to be careful. You really have to be careful.
So if you are careful, I am careful, Lillian is careful, Aja is careful, everybody is careful, how can we ever come together to work? Lillian
No,
is
we balance it.
suggestion. Yes, she's making a suggestion. She said you must treat it like
Yeah.
a business.
Oh yeah.
She said also that you can try. Hold on, I think she's calling in. Hey, Sister Lillian.
Yeah. I want to call into the show.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Lady Queen. Thank you so much, and thank you to the beautiful guests.
Thank you.
So I wanted to contribute because I know she's been saying a lot of things there, and I can feel her pain looking at her. I can feel her disappointment. You know, she looks as a very nice woman. So I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
We lost her.
No, she's coming. Yeah, it's connecting. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you. We can hear you, Lillian. Okay, I'm gonna bring her back on. She was making some very valid points.
Yeah.
Anyways, what she was saying was first you need to treat. Hello, Lillian. Yes, we can hear you. It's just cracky a little bit, but yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry for the network problem. I don't know why. Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. So what I want to say to our guests is that, okay. I just wanted to contribute that it is very important. And you meet a woman or a friend, you don't just want to friend money without testing their integrity. So you want to know why they're coming into your life. Why are they your friends? And for how long have they been your friends? And if it's a friend who just came in to ask for money, you should know automatically that's what they are there for. Because they've seen that you are vulnerable. So it is not bad to help fellow women, because I have a friend in Nigeria that if I have a big thing to do and I call her and say, I need $500,000, she sends it into my account and I pay her back. So if she is asking for money from me, I definitely want to do that too, because I know she's going to pay. So you have to test the person's integrity to be sure. And also document is important. So if it's somebody you don't know, they want to do business, do documentation and have some sort of guarantee. In case they don't pay, you're going to have your money back. But I don't want you to be discouraged. And even to our viewers too, it is good for us women to help each other so that we can get to where we want to get to. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you
Well,
so much, Sally,
thank you.
for your contribution. Thank you so much. That was very helpful. Yeah, one of the things, like she was saying, is we have this thing going on that women are being put down in every sector of life. Yes, we live in a man-dominated society, and we women are also divided against each other. So if we don't stick
Mhm.
together, how can you fight the fact that men are dominating us? We are not
Yes,
together. We are dominating each other. We are jealous of each other. We are hateful of each other. We are envious of each other. We
yes.
we put each other down. We don't tell each other the truth. You know,
Mm-mm.
if I'm hurting, I would pretend like it's okay. I'm not approachable. Then, a lot of us are not approachable. We don't
Mhm.
want, we want to show that macho big, I'm a big woman kind of no problem around me kind of character, and intimidate other women. So as long as we continue to do that, there is
Mhm.
no way we would ever be able to come together to work
True,
together as women. And as
true.
long as we remain divided, we're not going to be powerful enough to achieve the things that will make these men begin to respect us.
It's true.
If you go to most companies, you would see a lot of men being the managers of the offices, the CEOs, the MDs, and
Mm.
it's all dominated by men. And then we women
Mm.
go in there and work with these men. The first thing we do, we start gossiping another woman to the man.
Hmm.
Instead of promoting another woman, instead of lifting up the other woman in that office, instead of
Exactly.
celebrating the other woman in that office, we
Mm.
forces with the men and start putting down the other woman in that office to the man. So,
Exactly.
how do you want that man to ever respect you or the other woman? So
Hmm.
the power of working together, we have to keep preaching it, despite the experiences that we have. Like you have your experience, I have my experiences, Lillian has her own experiences. I'm sure a lot of the
Hmm.
other women watching us too have had some bitter experiences, but we cannot allow that to stop us from working together. One of the tips that Lillian shared was test the person's integrity. Maybe give them like
Exactly.
$10 and see if they return it first before you go to 10,000, 20,000, and more. Test their
Hmm.
integrity. Ask questions about them. Do you know this woman? I want to go into a business with this woman, business relationship with this woman. Do you know her? Do you know her business character? Do you know her borrowing power? It's another question you should be asking. How do you borrow somebody $13,000 if they don't have $13,000 or the means to get $13,000 to pay you back?
Hmm.
The person is sitting down on welfare collecting pennies.
Oh no, I know this lady
you
very
know
well. Then
okay,
I,
so
I
if
think
you
I
know
know her.
yeah, you think you know her, but look, you didn't know
Oh,
her.
she had a good job. I know. We roll together.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't know her to the point that she would mess you up, right?
Yes, that's
Exactly my
right.
point. So you are supposed to, write something down, ask questions
Mhm.
about her ability to be responsible to her promise.
Exactly.
Maybe that
Mhm.
part of her you don't know, right? So you are supposed to, like, ask questions around her. I'm going to be giving somebody this amount of money. Do you know how
Mhm.
much that you think she's going to pay me back? Or if the person comes to you to borrow money
Mhm.
and you think the person is going to pay back, if they ask for 10,000, say, here, I have 1,000 to give to you, but I don't
Mhm.
want you to pay me back.
Yeah.
Because one thing that destroys a lot of relationship, both between women and men, most of the time is money. Money is an
Exactly.
evil language when you begin to speak the language
True.
of money the wrong
True.
way.
Mhm.
Money is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm.
I love money because without money, you can't do nothing.
Who
But
doesn't?
exactly. But the truth is, money can turn around to become a very, very dangerous weapon that
Yes.
destroy
So
not
if you
you,
want to keep a good relationship,
keep
don't
yourself out.
involve money.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Don't.
even if you're
Don't.
going to involve money, involve it
Mm.
in such a way that you are giving that money in support
Mhm.
what that person is doing. All right.
Yes.
I don't agree in borrowing. Borrowing brings a lot of issues, except you do it legally, except you do it through a legal place. And one thing with our community that we always think, Sister TiYA is my friend. So I don't know. I went to Sister TiYA to borrow money, and she told me to sign a piece of paper. Yes. She is telling you to sign a piece of paper because she wants to protect the relationship between you and her. You know, so I think we need to educate ourselves more about some of these things. Anyways, go on if you have other stuff to tell us.
Like my visibility studies suggest that a way to overcome some of these hurdles of women connection and all that is to form a close connection with other women who can share experiences from women who have been there, done that, from how to ask for what you are worth to bringing your unique talent to leadership, so that you form a group and then brainstorm and, you know, because women's power is very powerful. If we can come together and brainstorm the achievements, am I lying?
No, you're right.
But
right. We're very powerful in both ways. We can be
honestly,
very powerful in a very negative way, and we can be very powerful in a very positive way. So
if we don't have those, you know, there are some people that can scatter the whole, even if you're 100, they will scatter everything. But if we get it right, women, we can go a long way and achieve a whole lot of things.
I think the getting right part is where I really want us to focus, how we can encourage women to work together, support each other, to carry their vision forward. For example, you are into production. If you have another team, let's say you have a production that is coming up and it's going to cost you about $30,000. If you have 5 women come together, that $30,000 becomes very, very simple to put together, you know, but you have to have women that you can trust, you know. A burden shared is halfway done, they say, you know. So I believe in the power of coming together. I read this thing in a page called projectmanagement.com, I think it says. It says coming together is a beginning. Okay. Keeping together is a process, progress. Okay. And working together is success. So when you put women together to work together, the first thing that you begin to work towards is we are beginning to build a relationship. Within that building relationship, that's the area where you begin to learn each other's character. When you begin to learn each other's character, you know the do's and the don'ts of each person. And then you begin to learn how to trust each other in that process. As you are beginning to build relationship. At that time, you would know who is going to stay and who is going to fall out, because your character will sell you out. Okay? And then when you come together to do a project, set up a system that everybody that comes into that project will follow. And one of those things in that system should be a contract that binds all of you together for that project. A contract that says, if we borrow money to this person needs to pay. Or if we make profit, this is how much we're going to share. A lot of times people say it's common sense. Common sense is not common anymore, because we take relationships and then we take these things for granted because you're my friend. Okay? I sat down with a very, very successful woman the other day. She's Canadian, white Canadian. And one thing that she was telling me, she said, Queen, I do not sit down in a coffee shop with my friends to buy coffee or drink coffee if that discussion is not going to be important, that would move me and those women forward.
forward.
That is very deep. But today we will sit down and say, oh, Madam Taiwo is my friend, so I am going to just call Madam Taiwo. Madam Taiwo, can you come and meet me in the coffee shop? And then when you show up, we'll talk gibberish, talk rubbish, talk, put another woman down, talk. Two things you're doing. You've wasted time and you've spent money. Because as you're sitting there, you're going to buy coffee. You're going to buy coffee. So you've wasted time and money. So maybe another thing that we should start doing is spending valuable times with each other. Times that are profitable, things that we're going to talk will be profitable, beneficial to our life, our work, our relationships, our families. Those are the kind of discussions we should be engaged in.
That's right.
What are some of the other things that I keep throwing this foolish hair back? Pardon my French. Another thing that I find out it's a killer in women working with women in support of is accepting our differences. We don't accept that you are different from me. You learn at a different space than me. You are more educated than me, or you are less educated than me. We need to be able to accept each other just the way we are. This person is stronger than this person. It's okay. My strength would uphold your weaknesses. Your weaknesses, we can lift it up by another strength. And then another thing too that I found out is being open to each other. Being honest to each other. Where is it hot? Can you share with your fellow woman? Are you able to be open and honest with your fellow woman? The real deal. Instead of packaging yourself looking great, meanwhile inside you're dying. That's another thing that keeps me apart, because I can't trust you. I can't trust you. I can't trust how you're feeling, because you look great, but I know you feel yuck.
You're in pain.
That's the thing, you're in pain. So are we able to be honest with each other? That's another thing that keeps women apart. Can we drop jealousy? Can we start teaching each other that the space is big enough to accommodate
everyone to fly?
There's 7 billion people on Earth. 7 billion. The stage is large enough to play on.
Honestly.
Can we stop being envious of each other? Can we be anything that comes out of your mouth? Can you be deliberate about it to promote one another?
Exactly.
Is that something that women all around the world can begin to do? If I look at my sister Taiwo, I should be able to say, wow, Taiwo, you're doing great. How can I help you? Genuinely from my heart. Not to come to your life with a hidden agenda because of what is going to benefit me. That's the only reason I will help you. Once I can't find anything that will benefit me, I would begin to run away from you, or give all my excuses how busy I am that I can't get to you anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I would really encourage us to work together, but figure it out. How best can we work together? Abstain from gossip. That's another big thing.
And trust. We need to build some kind of trust.
Building trust takes time. Trust is earned. It's not demanded. You cannot demand trust. You have to earn your trust. Exactly. In a team, you have to build your way to earning people's trust in you. Even in this social media world that we are in, if people come on the Queen Amina show every time and they can't trust that they would gain something valuable, very quickly they'll start leaving. So trust comes in there too. You have to be able to trust the show to present good materials that will encourage and empower other people. If not, they will not trust your show to come on anymore, right? So in everything we do in life we need to build trust. Anyways, I think those are just my few points that I have to add on to what you were sharing. So, except
Okay.
you have another experience that you want to share to help our audience.
Oh, that will take eternity. Like the sharing among you mentioned something about the acting by collaborating and having to get
of
some
women
money
come
from
together, yeah.
ah,
That doesn't
what,
work.
ah has it worked for you? You're an actress as well.
It's always worked for me. I've always actually I am what I am today by the grace of God and the help of many women around me.
Oh,
Like
you're lucky.
Leah that she's watching now, she's been a big help in my life, in my media work. My very first business website, believe it or not, she built it without me paying a penny to her. She spent days. I remember staying up late at night with her, up to like 3 a.m. in the morning. She'll be working tirelessly to put my business together for me for free. You know,
That's very good.
yeah, the lady that is co-hosting with me, she's another woman that she is super busy. I know she is, but she spent time with me here
You're
co-hosting.
one in a million,
I have
but not
been
in the
very
acting
blessed.
field.
I've been very
Not in the
blessed.
acting field.
Well, acting field too. Lillian is a producer. I have Catherine Faseda. She's a producer. I have Isokem IB. She's pretty supportive. I think
Okay.
one thing too that we gotta know is, you know, we talk about acting, which I don't usually do on my show, but let's
Okay.
talk about it because this is your profession. When you
Okay.
come into the acting world, you know, everybody say everybody is a cutthroat in the acting world. I disagree. I disagree. Your character attracts the kind of people that comes around you. Your
Mhm.
character accepts the kind of people you are talking to. Because
Exactly.
if you search yourself, the kind of person you are, if you're not a gossip, you will not entertain gossip. If
Exactly.
you're not a slanderer, you will not entertain slandering of another person.
Mm-mm.
If you're not someone that puts people down, you will not allow another person coming into your sphere to put another
Mm-mm.
person down. You stop it right away. Okay?
Exactly.
A lot of
Mhm.
people say, oh, this acting world, you got to be careful. No, I say otherwise. You don't need to be careful. You don't need to be
No,
watching your back. As long as you have a clean heart, doing the things that God sent you to do,
to do. Yeah.
no evil shall befall you according to Psalm 91.
Amen.
There will
I'm
be,
just I am I am more into, where we can tap a sponsorship from. All those talk. I don't I don't have time for.
Mhm,
They say, well, what I more focused on is, I'm thinking of when the time will come that we can get some sponsorship from people.
mhm,
You understand?
mhm,
Because right now in London, in England, very we get very few sponsorship from people
mhm.
for all this backbiting, and it's there. But if you want to be successful, you got to close your ears. You don't listen, just carry on. Do
Absolutely.
what you're doing. That's what I do. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Let them talk. It doesn't bother me.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Susan. Susan West. Oh my God. You guys should jump on her show on Sunday. She's coming, Ericana, Dr. Ericana Chihombori Kwa. She's going to be on her show on Sunday. I'm looking so forward to that. And the same woman is going to be on my show on Monday. So yeah,
Okay.
she discusses about Africa, the way forward, and
Okay.
very important topics. And she bring high profile people to her show on Sundays by
Okay.
I think London time. She's in London too. So check her out, Susan West, on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
So she said, of course, your show adds value for me anytime I watch. Oh, thank you
Oh.
so much. I learned a lot from the shows too, and I learned from your
Mhm.
show too, Susan.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. And yeah, a few of us are on air every other day here now. Lillian Emefiele is on social media also. I love Lillian's show with the healthy food. I am big about health. So, guys, jump on her show to learn how to eat and live healthy.
Wow.
And then we have Isoke B that is on Instagram with movie producers and actors and advice and tips on how to become great in the movie industry. So, yeah, those are fantastic. So, guys, I have some breaking news before we let our guests go. You said
Okay.
your movie is on YouTube. What's the name of the movie?
TiYA. Oh, my movie. Which one of it? I have a lot of clips there.
Okay, so we're
Minute,
going to talk
minute
about
with TiYA.
what's the latest one?
I do mini clips now.
Okay,
Minutes with TiYA. But the one I did for, I'm not the producer, is the actor.
okay.
Yeah.
So mini clips here. You guys go on YouTube to find some of our tips there, and
Yeah.
we're going
And
to
don't forget to subscribe.
don't forget to subscribe. Right? We're going to be having the Vigor Awards International Show on air this year, October 4th. So look out for that. And we will be celebrating Africa Youth Festival from 22 different countries live
Okay.
on air. So you guys watch out for that. Also, I'm going to be sharing more information about it as the information gets opened up. And also, good drum roll. I is waiting for this one. I am going to be producing my first movie. I'm super excited about it. Very excited about that. So I will
Wow.
be showing you that I will be bringing more information about that very very
Wow.
soon. And it's going to be done in my village, and it's going to be done remotely. So I'm not going to be in the village, but it's going to look like I'm there. So don't worry. We
Oh,
can.
yeah. Green screen.
You got it. You got it. Green
We live in London or in Canada.
in Canada.
Oh, wow.
Canada, yes. So,
Wow.
yeah, so we're going to be doing that. And tomorrow we have, tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is the 3rd.
Four.
Tomorrow is the 4th, yes. So we have Angela Nziri from Kenya. Angela Nziri, she's going to be on the show tomorrow, and she's
Okay.
going to be telling us about her story of being married to a guy that was married for 10 years and she had no clue. So it's going to be juicy, it's going to be hot, it's going to be interesting.
Whoa.
So you guys make sure you are tuned in. Again, that's the power of deceitful people, right? But the beautiful thing about this woman's story is how she took strength from that disappointment. And today, you wait and see what she is doing with that strength. She
Wow.
turned around and she is living a fantastic life after the disappointment. So I encourage all of you to please join us tomorrow. It's going to be explosive. And then on the 5th, we have the shortest woman in the world. She's
Whoa.
holding the Guinness Book of Records. So she's going to be on the Queen Amina show. We're going to see her challenges. We're going to hear from her, the things that she's going through. And believe it or not, this woman is only 2.5 feet tall, and she is calling herself a beauty queen. I love that. That is power. That is
I
power.
love her confidence.
Yes. So she's
Wow.
gonna be on the Queen Amina show. So you guys don't miss out this week at all. Don't miss out.
I won't miss it for the world.
So that way. All right, guys. And another great thing, the great news that we have for you guys is now we are taking in sponsors. And our first sponsor is JD Heating and Cooling. So today's show was actually brought in possible by JD Heating and Cooling out of Toronto, Ontario. We're going to be getting his logo, and we're going to be getting his video coming up, and we'll be promoting that. So if you want to promote your business or anything on our show, DM me or call that number rolling right under there. Yes, we can promote you. And if you don't get the results that you're looking for, money back guarantee. 30, 30 days money back guarantee. We're telling you.
Whoa.
We have a team to give you that number. And then some people will be like, okay, let me see the number on your own show. Yeah, it's coming. Don't worry. There's always a start in everything, right? So
Exactly.
all right, so that's all the show we have for you today. Except you have any other thing before you leave, just give us your final words and how people can connect with you on social media.
On social media, I'm on Facebook, TiYA, Instagram, TiYA1, on Twitter, TiYA Magazine, and that will be all for now.
Thank you so very much, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on the Queen Amina show.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys, this is the end of our show today. Hope to see you guys tomorrow with Angela. She's going to be telling us her personal true life story. It's not a movie, it's a true life story of how she was married to a guy that was married to another woman 10 years without her finding out. So you don't want to miss tomorrow. See you all 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, keep watching the Queen Amina show. Thank you.